So you want to say good evening? How you doing? Welcome to. Okay.
That's you. That's you.
Well, hello once again. About time we got this thing going on. Woo, 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 woo. Thank you for tuning in to Between Your Lines with Parsha and Mike.
I am Parsha.
And she is Parsha and I am Mike. So, like we say, you can tell who's Parsha and who's Mike but sometimes you get that confused, dealing with where we at today. But we give praise to God for just everything that he's getting ready to do, how he's getting ready to work some stuff out for us, move some stuff out the way and show up. So we thank you for tuning in. We thank you for loving us, and we thank you for liking and sharing and all that good stuff. But we getting ready to go into one of our questions today, and it was so not real bad, but it was kind of not real bad, but it got me. My question to you, Parsha, unless you want to just say something before I ask the question.
No, because if you say real bad one more time, I'm gonna know it's real bad. But go ahead.
It's not. So the question is, what do you do as the woman when your man forgets your anniversary?
Ooh.
And how now let me give you, so he kind of remembers, but he doesn't do nothing with it. He goes and takes a shot. Well, he goes downstairs and hang out with the on the computer and play the game. And then he says, I'm gonna be up in a little bit. And the question is, are we gonna do any movies? Chill out, relax, blah, blah, blah. And he says, well, I'll be up to take a shower in a little bit. And when he comes up to take his shower, he gets into bed and he goes to sleep. And he wakes up later on and he says, happy anniversary. So how, as a woman, you had to take a drink for that one?
Yes.
Is that the good stuff? Is that the good stuff? That's what I need to know.
It's just regular bubbly. Just regular bubbly.
Oh, regular bubbly. Okay, so how would you respond to that?
This is a loaded question. I'm gonna respond two ways. For the traditional woman, we are pissed. Right. Because we want to be that princess, queen, apple in your eye, diamond in your crown all the time. And so when special days like an anniversary comes around, we want you to pay it special attention.
Right.
And so when you don't, we women in general, this is a generalization, we get upset. We take that to heart. Our feelings are hurt because that means that the day is not special, because that's the day that we decide to either get married or become a relationship, and then I'm not special to you. Oh, we take it 10 levels in deep,
right
to the core where we in our feelings. And so that's not a good thing. But my second part answer to this is I've always had memory problems. So when I get married, I've gotten married on days that are either calendar based, easy to remember, Valentine's Day, my birthday, stuff like that.
Right.
So that I won't be in his shoes and forget. Because October 23rd is just a random day on the calendar. And the only reason I remember that, because that is a negative thing that happened about me.
Right.
So it's like, if she knew her partner was either a forgetful person or a person that really didn't, get excited about things like that, then she has to take in consideration his personality. The same way that she wants him to take in consideration the importance of the day to her, you still got to give both, a little bit of But that's where communication comes in. Because if he knows that she is one of those girls, that it's our anniversary, and I hope that she's not one of the girls, oh, we've been together for a week, or we've been together for 12 days, or we've been together for 14 months, and every month is an anniversary, or she remembers the day that he said, you were my bae, and it's 4:00 and 44 seconds, and every week it's got, if she's one of those, that's a little overkill. But if it's
Right.
just like the annual anniversary, he should be more considerate to his partner, especially if he knows that's part of her personality.
Right, right.
So if he already knows,
and plus she got her hair done.
If he already knows that's what his boo does, and he did that shit, he's wrong. Don't even wake up at 11 o'clock looking at me telling some happy anniversary.
Yeah, that's what he did.
I don't want to hear that.
Yeah,
just stay asleep. Don't touch me. And wake up the next day like yesterday wasn't our anniversary. Because by waking up at 11 o'clock, now you poking the bear. You want me to start shit. You want me to get upset. Why do you want to agitate me?
Right.
What have I done to you that you want me to feel like this on our anniversary?
Right.
Yeah, so I say there's a right and a wrong and a righteous way to do things. He did not handle himself righteously at all. And he, in my opinion, didn't handle himself rightly at all, especially if he knows this is about, Now, I'm curious to know how she responded, but if it was me and it's our anniversary, and I'm not really one of those that, now if it's a wedding anniversary, I'm a birthday person. I am a birthday person. But if it's a wedding anniversary, I do expect a little extra because even though, me and my guy, we loving on each other every day, but I need a little extra because this is marking when we became who we are. You know what I'm saying? So
there was no
if he just woke up on that Wednesday and was like, oh, it's just a regular Wednesday.
Yeah.
I can't wait until he go to sleep. I'm not that calm. I'm not that cool. If the energy is gonna change, and if he's with me, he's gonna feel it, then I'm gonna say something about an hour or two later. And then I'm gonna do something about an hour or two later after that. Because we're not ending the night with you being happy enough to be able to play on your game. No. Yeah. If I'm happy, you gotta be happy. And that's we're gonna be in the same energy on our anniversary. If you're not making me happy, I'm gonna disrupt your happiness too. Because we need to figure out what's going on. What's the disconnect? Now, if there were issues prior to the anniversary and she just wanted to pretend like life was lovely because it's anniversary day, that's a whole nother conversation. But if everything was cool enough that they should have been celebrating, he ain't playing no games. He ain't watching no movies. He's he's not doing none of that.
He's in the basement. He's in the basement. She's watching the movie upstairs.
Yeah, she good. Yeah, she good. Yeah, so I'm not that big.
Yeah, so she's watching the movie. She goes downstairs before the movie and asks him, "Hey, do you mind? What are you going to be doing? How long I'm going to be down here for a little bit. Okay, for how long?
Wait. See, if you have already given this man to take an opportunity to take initiative and he's not, and you want to do something differently, then you need to be like, okay, babe, we've been down here for a couple hours. It's my time now. I need you to be ready to spend time with me and celebrate us in the next 15. Cool. Now, if he says not cool, then that's when, you're not going to enjoy the rest of your evening.
He said he was coming up when he get his shower. That's what he said.
She gave him too much gray area to continue to enjoy the evening so he can come in and take his shower 3 hours later.
He said he's going to take a shower and,
Okay, so she understood him to take his shower and then do what to celebrate?
I guess he was going to get cleaned up so they could, so.
That's what I'm saying. She left too much gray. If you go take your shower, okay, what time are we going to dinner? What time are we going to the movies? What time are we going to the play? What time are we going to the game? What time are we going to the show? What time are we taking a moonlight walk under the stars?
This was late. This was already late. It was too late to go to a movie, too late to go to dinner, because she asked the question, what are we going to be doing? And he just kind of looked at her like, and next thing you know, he's downstairs. And she comes downstairs and asks the question. And he's like, I'm going to be down here for a while. And she's like, the whole night?
I blame her
So
partly.
you blame the woman?
No, partly.
Okay.
Because in that situation, men always say, I can't read your mind. Okay, boo. So I would have took that, like, okay, he knows our anniversary. Apparently he doesn't have any plans. So let me create some plans. You see what I'm saying? Let me suggest some things.
Well, they were going to do a movie.
He already knew they were supposed to do a movie?
She told him before he went, she said, we're going to watch them. Aren't we going to watch a movie? We're going to watch a movie. And, you know, so he went on downstairs and.
She told him when. When were they supposed to watch this movie?
Oh, I don't know when they were supposed to watch the movie.
No, I'm saying, was the movie like, okay, she told him at 3:00 while he was at work, baby, when you get home, celebrate.
No, they were at home. They were at home.
And she went downstairs and said, when are you coming up to watch the movie?
I think that's how it went. And he was like,
he
well,
said,
he said he's going to be down there for a while. And she said, how long are you going to be down there the whole night? And he said, not all the night, not the whole night.
And people ask me why I'm not married again, because I don't have time for that kind of stuff. And don't get me wrong, my men don't treat me like that. However, I don't have time for that kind of stuff, because you can't be my husband and I'll be okay with that response.
Yeah.
And you know, my expectation is for you to come watch a movie with me on our anniversary.
Right.
Yeah. So he wouldn't have been sitting there and doing whatever he was doing while I'm watching the movie by myself.
So what you going downstairs?
Oh, yeah.
You going to play the game?
No. We're going to have a talk. Whatever. Okay, put like this. We're going to
talk while playing the game?
At that point, I don't care how he feels, because he didn't care how I felt.
Right.
So when you put me in that mindset, I play to win. Oh, you don't want to keep your word where you agreed to watch a movie on our anniversary so we can have some kind of enjoyment together. Okay, cool. Right. You knew that hurts my feelings. You know that causes insecurity issues within my mind and our relationship. You know that's making me sad. Oh, well, whatever I'm going to do while he's playing while he's trying to play his game downstairs in the basement away from me should give him the same feelings and emotions that I'm feeling. Since you don't care. I don't care either. I'm following your lead, sir. You're my husband. You're leading me to treat you this way.
So you go downstairs and disturb him?
Of course.
Of course. He's relaxing.
But I'm upset.
Oh, okay.
So I don't care about him no more. Am I right? No. I'm not saying, ladies, y'all watching this, I am not telling you to do the righteous thing, and I'm not telling you to do the right thing. But if you choose to do that, know that both of y'all are wrong. This is wrong, equally wrong. And I'm just being honest. If my person had done this to me, oh yeah, I'm popping off. I'm okay. And he has, like I said, if we don't have any issues in our relationship where it merits his, distraction.
Right.
If he's just being a butthole, I'd be a butthole too. Let's be buttholes together. That's what we're going to do on our anniversary. I mean, like I said, that's the wrong way to do it. I ain't saying nothing right to right about it. I'm just being transparent and honest. But if there are already underlying issues, and like I said, for some people, when those type of days come, they try to pretend or press pause on the issue so we can have one day of celebration or one day of happiness. And that's, if that was the case, then that might explain some of his hesitation and just lackluster.
So how does he fix that?
How does he fix what he did? Oh, he's got to kiss much ass and lick some stuff too. Without her asking. He's got to show his apology. He can't just whisper in the ear, "I love you," and hold her sideways and then get some, and she still don't have no, gratification for feeling that way. I mean, he's got to show her he really is, apologetic about his behavior. I mean, because what's going to happen is the day after the anniversary, every day after that, until he does apologize, it's going to be
Right.
worse days if he was with me.
Right.
So, I mean, it sounds like he's with a woman that's acting righteously.
Right.
And trying to give him an opportunity to see how she feels, hear how she feels, and adjust himself without her interaction.
Right.
But sometimes we, whether it's the man or the woman, we have to let our partner know, this is how I felt about what you did, and this is how I'm feeling, and I need us to fix this.
Right.
And sometimes, well, I said I'm sorry. What else I got to do? Well, you need to have a plan of action to give to that person of examples of things they can do to show their apologies, so you can show your forgiveness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So unfortunately, it's still going to take her participation in his apology so that it can be deaded in all of his forgiveness.
Right. Right.
But yeah, I could, no, he wouldn't. No, he, no.
No. What?
I'm trying to, because I'm sitting here trying to think, have I ever had a situation like that with somebody, either my birthday or anniversary? I mean, because I had a not so good, not so, let's say not so great birthday celebration once with somebody I love. And yeah, I had a conversation mutually. I was like, yeah, this was cool, this was nice, but bruh, you could have made it even better by doing one or two simple things that were simple in my head. Why didn't you? I had that conversation because I'm like, well, he won't dance with me. Everybody else dancing with me. All right. And I'm dancing still. Okay. All right. Yeah. So we had to have that conversation.
Right.
So I'm the type person, communication is the key. And I didn't have the conversation in the midst of my birthday celebration, because everything else was nice. It wasn't a terrible situation. I mean, I'm a greedy person. I want all I can get. So I was having a great time overall. I was. But it was one or two things that could have just taken it over the top. And I was just like, so why didn't we take it over the top?
Right.
And then, but how I took it to him was in a loving, righteous way. And he was able to answer those questions, and I was able to receive his answers in a loving, righteous way. But like I said, I've never had somebody like the whole day or the whole situation just bust it up for me. No, I ain't never had nothing like that.
Yeah. So that was just real deep with me today, because I was like, it happened I think it happened Monday or last week or whatever. But when I heard that, I was like, wow, that's a great conversation, because how does a man come back from that? And, it's like a no nonsense thing, like, okay, yeah, it's our anniversary, but, I didn't plan nothing. I wasn't thinking about doing no movie, didn't plan on getting the kids out, or, taking the kids somewhere, calling mom. Just was like, well, I'm going to go and play my video game. And then I'll be upstairs when I get upstairs, and then I'm going to take a shower. And then when I take a shower, then, I'm going to go to sleep. And then, and then he wakes up, I think it had to be about 11, 12, something like that in the mix the next day, and says, happy anniversary. Yeah.
I'm curious, in that moment, did he expect to get some?
Well, see, that's where I was.
Yeah.
That's where I was, because I wouldn't even expect it. I, like you said, I would have just stayed asleep.
Yeah.
I would stay asleep until the next day.
Of you waking up.
I would have went to work. I would have kissed her on the forehead, went to work, came home. I needed to have some flowers, some candy, some stuff, tried to fix some stuff up, when I got back home, because I didn't treat her the way she should have been treated. And, to me, it's always, as the Bible says, that whoever finds a wife finds a good thing. So this good thing is waiting for you to do some good stuff, and you decide that, oh, it's not a big deal. So did you find something good in her, or, did you find what, it could be, something happened on the other side or before that or whatever, but your anniversary, and that it's our anniversary, and, sometime even in the mix, you put stuff aside, do what you gotta do, come in, look good, smell good, bring some stuff. But to not even think about that, it messed me up because I'm like looking at the person like you didn't smack him, you didn't hit him. I'm serious.
You can't say that.
I can say it.
We don't condone violence.
Oh, we condone popping up to the side of their head and saying, "Did you forget something?
No, we
Did you forget something?" Oh yeah. Hot tat.
We ain't paying any bail money. No, we do not.
Look here.
Don't send us no cash out request for your bail money because you listen to Mike told some problems out his head.
Well,
no, we are not telling you that.
Well, we only got like 500. We ain't got 5,000. We got like 500. We can get together.
You better send it directly to his cash out.
But I mean, just the point of everything is that how in the world do you forget, or how do you not be insensible about that and not have any remorse? So my follow-up question when I get to see, I'm gonna ask, what happened the next day.
Yeah, I want to know. Now I'm invested. I want to know what happened the next day or 2 days later.
You know what I'm saying? Did he fix that? Did he take you out? Whatever. But
did he rub your feet?
Yeah, something. Did he suck some toes? Or something.
You know what I'm saying?
So
did he at least give you a sincere apology and explanation of why he acted that way?
Right.
Because there could have been something else going on where you know how y'all men are.
Yeah.
You're at work, you're great communicators. In the classroom, you're great communicators if you're the instructor. But at home, that's when you tend to shut down. And that's a whole nother topic because sometimes you don't feel like you have a safe space. However, that should be your safe space.
Oh,
so it takes another
I like that one. That's tomorrow. That's tomorrow.
So it takes another day or two for you to unbox what you're feeling. So maybe I would give him a little bit of a benefit of a doubt. Maybe something else was going on where, he knows the anniversary. He didn't want to take it out on her, but he still wasn't in the mood. And he just didn't know how to communicate that on that time. So
what you're saying, he brought work home with him?
He tried not to. That's why he played the game.
Oh.
But instead of saying, baby, I know it's our anniversary, had a bad day, be patient. Because women will come up with words to say. Guys, you just act.
Oh, we just
do. You just act. You just become whatever you're feeling. So it may, like I said, I'm gonna give him a little gray area because it may be something that had nothing to do with her in the house and the family that he was going through. And instead of either faking the funk and being miserable watching whatever love movie she wanted to watch, his mind was, let me just stay away and I'll make it up to her. Instead of saying that, because each partner knows or should know their partner. So sometimes for a man, we sell you as women, you can talk to us about anything. You let me know how you feel. And we mean it. But a lot of us don't know how to listen and shut up. So when men have tried that.
Wait. Hold on. Can we put a pause on that one?
I want some female fans too. You're not going to keep getting me in trouble.
Can we put a pause on that one? That's what I'm trying to pause. That was like a... Go ahead, because that messed me up right there.
Sometimes we women don't know how to listen and shut up. What we know how to do is half listen and respond. And so because that is our common nature, sometimes even saying something as simple as what I'm giving this as an example, he could have came home, baby, I had a rough day. I know it's our anniversary. I want to celebrate with you, but today I'm just not in the mood. Can I have some space? And in the ideal world, she would say, sure, honey, give him a big old squeeze and hug. And then you need anything to drink? I got you. Go play your game. We'll reschedule the celebration. I just want you to know I love you. And he probably would have been, I love you back. And that would have been that. But that's in the movies and in 1% of real relationships.
Oh, okay, 1%.
Because most of the time, the woman's going to be like, so what happened? And what'd you do? And why this happened? And he don't even want to go there. He doesn't want to revisit it. He just told you he had a bad day.
Right.
He can't even pull it out of himself to be in a joyous occasion with and for you because whatever was so bad. And he
Right,
just needs a
right,
moment.
right.
And he knows that even by saying that, he's going to get the second example of what I just did.
Right.
So to avoid all that, I'm just playing my game.
So where'd you learn that from?
I love men. And I tend to pay attention. I don't know everything, but I've learned a lot.
So you say you learned to pay attention?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I'm just asking. I'm just asking a question.
I mean, you got to. You got to.
So you're saying you know your man. You've read him and trying
That
to check
is,
out different.
in
Okay.
in my various relationships, because I asked my guys, like, okay, so when we were together, or as we were together, what are the things that you love about me? Because saying that you love me is a beautiful thing, and I love being loved. But sometimes I want to know why you love me.
Right.
What is it about me that you love? And so when we have those conversations, I'm gonna tell them, I'm gonna tell you why I love you. I love the way you do this and do that. Da, da, da. So I want that same feedback too. So when I've asked those questions, a lot of times, because I love them for who they are and how they are, and I've taken the moment to get to know their mannerism, their likes, their dislikes, and then I adjust myself accordingly to who they are. That has been something that I've heard more than once in my life. Okay. So I tend to, listen a little bit more because I like to stay around.
You like to stay around? But I mean, that's beautiful. I like that because I feel the same way in relationships, that you have to know your mate, know the person that you're with. And like you're saying, not all the time women think that we hear or listen or understand. And in my relationships or in life, you've learned to say and listen and say, oh, you're not a morning person. So let me cut you off and say I love you and pray real quick and keep on moving. And then when something's going on because their voice is like, hello. And you're like, okay. Call me later on. I just called to tell you that and that's been my response. I just called to tell you I love you. Call me later on when you get time. Because, I already know where you're at and you don't want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's easier to be like, just call me back when you get a chance. Mm-hmm. And then when you call me back, then you tell me all the blah, 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 and you're like, I already knew that. And that's what I always say. I say, I knew not to press certain things. And I think that's the difference now in life as we've gotten more mature, is that we've learned to say that, guess what? I'm not going to pressure you like you were saying. I'm not going to pressure you on what's going on. And I'm just going to be like, hey, I got you. Whatever you need, you want to talk later, call me at lunchtime. You don't want to come, I got you. Call me in your spare time and I got you. Mm-hmm. So it's just real weird that you have to get older.
Well, they say wisdom comes, with age.
Well, so. I see it. All my grading came.
Stop bragging. I got two. I got two grades somewhere for here.
I mean, look, beautiful.
Ooh, stop bragging. So what?
Bless us, Lord. Hallelujah. Thank you.
I want some.
You don't need nothing yet. You don't need nothing yet. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
I can't wait till these locks turn silver gray, honey. You can't tell me nothing now. They ain't never tell me nothing then.
They're gonna be beautiful. They're gonna be beautiful.
Yeah.
But I just liked your response and how that we have to read each other.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes you got to read each other from a distance because we don't know what's going on. And sometimes, as I've learned in dealing with kind of like this situation, that I'm learning not to bring stuff home and leave it at the door. I'm in the car fussing, screaming, going off. But when I open the house, my sanctuary, I need to learn how to cut it off and deal with what I feel is my serenity, my happy place. And we've learned, and what we learned as a man, that we change the atmosphere in the house because of who we are. And when we come in, everybody's smiling and gritting and grinning and everything, and then you go off, or the man goes off, and the whole house changes.
Yeah.
So we bring, I would say, as the man, we bring the temperature up or down in the house by how we come in. So we have to think now. We don't always, but think when you go in the house, the wife been cooking, she's clean, especially if you smell some good food going on.
I'm sorry, say the wife been doing what again? She been doing
cooking and cleaning and doing all the good stuff.
Because she been home all day, right?
Yes. Okay. All day. All day. Waiting on her man to come in with the root beer, the Sprite, the Kool-Aid, the tea, whatever it is. And say, honey, how you doing? Hey, honey, how are you doing? I'm fine. Well, girl, so,
but what do you do? But what do you do? Because this is 2024.
Yes.
And a lot of households are not like that anymore. A lot of households, there's nobody waiting at home. Most time y'all pulling up around the same time or hour between each other. So what do you do when the dynamics are not like that and everybody's coming from a day of and coming into the house? What do you do there?
So I would say, if we're going into oh my God, it's time for us, or for me, to embrace her. When she walk in, I walk in, ask her how her day was, and if she don't want to talk about it, give her the love that she needs right then and there, and tell her how much I love her and appreciate her, because she might not have heard that at the job about how I appreciate you and thank you for being the wife that you are, and thank you for taking care of the kids. Even though we're coming in at the same time, but she's still, sometimes women do their wifely duties as they feel, oh, well, I'm going to cook today, or I want to do this, or whatever the situation is.
You about to get us in trouble.
That's right. Or whatever it is. So I'm saying most women do the cooking. Sometimes the men do the cooking. So whoever's getting ready to cook, maybe we just going out to eat. But what I would say to that is that you already know what the temperature is when you see her.
Yeah.
If you look in them eyes, I think it's with me. Well, I don't know. It might be with all men. When you look at those eyes and you give that kiss, that one little kiss, a little nibble, and she's been mad all day, some of that frustration's gone. so of that frustration's gone. And then when you come in and y'all got to go up the steps or go down the hallway, take her shoes off.
I'm sorry, take what?
Take her shoes off. Rub her feet.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Come on, talk to me.
Because in social media life, you see a lot of men rubbing the ladies' feet, massaging her feet, looking up in her eyes, saying all those beautiful things, and she's and that's beautiful. I ain't knocking it. But when I have conversations with men, especially with the whole dating thing, I hate dating. But when you're having conversations like, oh, well, let me give you a typical day that if you was to come home and I did that to you, would you be okay with that? No, I don't want you to touch my feet. Oh, you gotta do that. However, that's just an example of showing compassion, servitude, honor, respect, and doing something that you probably are not going to get done unless you're going to a nail salon or wherever to get a foot massage. So that's a unique way to show I love you. But I've heard most men say, oh, we're simple. We'll need all that. However, if your lady is that type of lady that is a service person, shows her love in that kind of way. And I'm not saying you got to let her touch your feet, because I know some people that do not touch don't even look at my feet, because that's just their thing. But if she wants to do small things of service for you, that it's not mandatory. It's not something you ever even thought about ever getting from another human person. But this is her way to show you how she loves you and how she, adores you, and just an extra love and care. It might be a shoulder massage. It might be taking you on vacation. It might be buying your, fishing rod. Who knows? But when she's doing or wanting to do those things, be careful on how many no's you tell her, especially in the beginning of the relationships. Because later on in relationships, and when she's not doing those things anymore because she's being obedient and she heard you say no and she stopped, those might be things that you will yearn. And also stopping her from being her in her service way, may change her a little bit from the person you fell in love with.
Okay.
So that just came to me because I mean, I hear men saying I'm simple, and most men are simple. Most men it's just less than 5 core things to keep you guys happy. And as long as we're doing those to the best of our abilities, most negative things don't happen. However, we are diverse creatures and we like to overdo stuff sometimes. And it's with a good intention. But be gentle, and this is advice for men and women. Be gentle on how you contour your partner's personality.
Right.
Because for me, after I hear no maybe 5 times, I'm gonna try something else. In my memory, anybody that has dealt with me in life, period, is not the best. So if I've already programmed myself, oh, you don't like this, and I'm taking it off the list, don't bring that to me 10 years later, because I'm like, you don't like that.
But that was 10 years. It's 10 years now. I didn't change.
Okay, well, I changed too. Because of you. Now, can we change back? Sure. Because that's what life is about. But that's a conversation that needs to be had. And that's also a memory that needs to be remembered on how we got here. Because sometimes we don't remember that part too. So
what you're saying, because I don't say no. I'm not a no guy. I'm a yes guy. Yes. You want to what? You want to massage these feet? You want to massage this shoulder? You want yes, and yes. Because for your woman to just take her time out of her busy schedule, and if we are both working, you know what I'm saying, and she says, hey, I can remember times coming home back in the days, and the foot bath would be out. I'd be like, who that for? Like I'm stupid. But who that for? Come sit down. So I would come sit down, and they would get the stuff on my foot, chop the calves up and everything, get the toes right all the way up and down, lotion me up, lotion the feet up.
Look at the eyes as you reminisce. Look at the eyes.
Girl, do you know? Hallelujah. Thank you in Jesus. Hallelujah. Yeah. And just the mindset of this woman then worked at the house, took care of the grandkids, cleaned the house, mopped, did all the stuff, and then took care of this raggedy brother as he came in. And in return, what I would do is I would tell her, let's reverse, let's switch places. And they'd be like, hold on, no. You've been working all day too. Mm-hmm. So let me get you right. And then it's over there, because you're showing the same compassion that was shown to you, or the same love and the same understanding that, guess what? Even though you didn't go outside to work or whatever, you took care of the kids. You went, picked the kids up from the school.
Being a house person, whether you're a house husband, that's a hard job.
I think it's worse.
That's a harder job than sometimes going out and making the paycheck.
Yeah, because we get away from all the monotony. Yeah. We get away from all the craziness. And y'all still are women that have stayed home. They have to still deal with the kids coming home, the mama down the street, or stepmama, or mama-in-law. Can you? No, I'm not doing nothing. I'm tired. I got the kids. So. And I think that's one of the things I've always said, that mothers that stay at home have a bigger job than we do, because they have to deal with more stuff. When we go to the job, we know we got 8 hours, we got to do what we got to do, and we come home. Y'all don't know, or mothers that are home, they don't know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know if they got to go to school, pick up the kid because he's sick. We don't know if somebody got hurt, this, that. So I've always said a stay-home mom's job is much harder than a man going to work. So we honor and thank God for those mothers that are at home.
And fathers.
Yeah, and fathers. I was there for about a year and a half. I was home and took care. And so we just thank the people that would take the time to do what is compassionate and give somebody else peace and give somebody else joy.
You are a widower and I'm a widow. And so we have been blessed to, in my opinion, because I knew your wife and I knew how she loved you. And so, in my opinion, I think we both have been blessed to know what that agape marriage love feels like.
Absolutely.
So when you've had a bond with someone that took time to know you, took time to care about you, and showed it as well as said it and lived it, and then you in the same to that person also.
Yeah.
When things like what happened with our dear friend, the anniversary, the nonchalant anniversary is what I'm going to call that. Yeah. My heart pours out to her because
mine too.
And when you have valid relationships that people truly, every day you wake up and you think about how can I love on that person today, or how can I outlove what I did yesterday, and that's your goal, and that's what your relationship is. When things, like I said, I gave him the gray area of maybe he was going through something he could not articulate to her, and knowing her personality, it was just easier for him to be bland. So let's say that was the situation. What I would say to people, and even I practice this myself, I'm not a calendar person. I don't wait for Valentine's Day to celebrate my person or give him 364 days and do nothing for me but on that day. No. I don't wait for Mother's Day to celebrate with my children, or Father's Day to celebrate my dad, or any of that. I don't wait for what the calendar says.
Right.
Because being a widow, and also before becoming a widow, losing my grandmother and my brother and other family members that were dear to me and in my circle of love and helped me become who I am now. So I learned early on in the 2000s how precious life was. So celebrate life every day.
Yep.
If you are in a marriage, if you have a bride, if you have a groom, every day there should be something about that person when you look at them, when you think about them, that you want to celebrate with them. So that when those hard days come, and it might hit on the calendar anniversary, unfortunately, it won't hit so hard because you've already celebrated something every day about and with that person. So it's okay to press pause for that calendar day and pick it up maybe 3 days later when both people can appreciate that day. And it's harder in today's society because we have so many distractions, and we're part of y'all distraction. This show is to be part of that distraction, but hopefully it's a good distraction for us and you guys. But because we have so many distractions, we lose sight of why are we here on this earth in the first place? What is our purpose? What is our God ordinance? What are we supposed to do with this thing called life? And so when you choose to partner with someone and be in relationship, whatever that is to you guys that you don't have designed and defined, don't take that for granted. Don't wait till the weekend to do something fun or exciting. Don't get caught up in the governmental calendar of you need to work 40 hours a week so that you can, everybody need to make money to pay bills, blah, blah, blah. Then they're done that, still doing it unconventionally. However, the essence of why we're here is to not be alone. to be in union with other people.
Right.
That is our purpose. And not in union with just people at the schoolhouse where your kids go to get education, or at your job where you got to go 40, 50, 60 hours a week. But to be with those people that you choose to be with, like your wife and the children you chose to make. And those are the people that we spend the least amount of time enjoying life with. So if we can consciously identify that and reverse what we've been doing and get back on the correct playing field, then when things like that happen, like I said, I hope that's the scenario. But if it's not, then hey, we'll have another discussion. But in days when it's, hey, this is our anniversary, we should be in this kind of mode, we should be doing this. But we human. And I wouldn't want him to fake it. Because I promise you, you ain't gonna want me to fake it. Whatever. So I would have loved for them to have so many other loving interactions prior to that calendar day, where if he was to say to her whatever his true feelings were, she appreciated, and that day per se is not that big of a deal. His need is more of a deal, and they can still celebrate later on when both of them are able and ready. Because that's what marriage is. Right. I mean, to me, that's what marriage is to me. Right. So it's like I can't be with someone that I'm not excited about. Right. I can't be with someone that I'm not looking forward to seeing you, even if you just walked out the door 10 minutes ago. Right. I'm not gonna bother you and nag you and text you the whole 8 hours you're gone, but you are on my mind. And when I am able to let you know that you're gonna feel all those 8 hours that I've been pent up thinking about you and missing you, So to me, that's what it's supposed to be about. Right. And it can be. So if anybody's ever gone through something like what we've been talking about, my encouragement is, from this moment, don't wait till tomorrow. Wow. Go grab your boo. Good stuff. Good stuff. Do something that's meaningful to you. And if you guys don't have a clue, because that's just not what y'all done, I'm learning from my kids that the dating world is totally different than how I grew up. So tune into our next episode to find out exactly how different.